So we've been growing yellow squash for well over 30 years now, and there are definitely tricks to get it to look this good. So everything starts with the prep of the ground. Raised gardening beds are absolutely wonderful. We cut a ring into the ground to hold the water. Then we plant the seeds right in the middle. This gives the plants a really good start. Now, before we get into any of the pollination techniques, I'll show you how we do the weed control. When we mow the grass, we just take the grass and we put it right at the roots. Now, we don't use any chemicals in the lawn, so this is fine. This really keeps the weeds down and the moisture in. Now, here's a few thoughts on pollination. Bees and other pollinators do a pretty good job, but if you want 100%, you're just gonna have to work with the brush. We use a clean paintbrush, and we just go from flower to flower. Even if the flower has fruit already started on it, we still use it for pollination. Using this brush like this makes a huge difference. If you take a look at this paintbrush, you can see the pollen on it. So this method from going from flower to flower really does work. Just make sure that when you're going from yellow squash flower to yellow squash flower, you don't mix into another type of squash. If you're watering the plants anyway, it doesn't take that much time to go ahead and make sure that the pollination happens. If you want to make a bee sound while you're doing this, that's fine. Sometimes we do. Bzz, bzz. Now, the same technique also works with cucumbers. You'll just want to make sure that you use a clean brush that only has cucumber pollen on it. But if you want cucumbers, you're gonna kind of have to do this technique. We've tried all kinds of other methods. This device is supposed to encourage pollinators to come into your garden. And I've got to say, it kind of does work, but it's not going to replace using that brush. If you do want to see for yourself, go ahead and try some with the brush and some without. My guess is I think you'll be using the brush. So over the years, these are some of the techniques that we've used to make sure that the yellow squash is happy. If you've got techniques that are working really well for you, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for something to make life a little easier. Well, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.